In this video, I'm gonna be reviewing two products that were sent to me by a company called Deks. To start off, I have no affiliation with them. They've never reached out to me. I've never spoken to them. I just received a package with a letter in here. I haven't even opened the packages up. The letter says something along the lines of, "We like your YouTube videos. Here's our product. Let's test them out." These might be positive. These might be negative reviews. And if they're negative, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm gonna give my honest opinion about it. Let's start off with this first piece right here. It's a rapid flash. It's a lead-free product. I guess it's adhesive. It's for pipe flashing. It comes folded up in a box. Okay, so it looks to be like an EDPM pipe boot with a self-adhered, bitumen surface on the back. I'm curious if this entire thing is EDPM. Let me see if it says anything on it. Pretty much just a basic pipe flashing to use, I guess, on a tile roof. It says it's not approved for metal roofs in North America. It looks like it's made solely for tile. Honestly, I don't understand the point of this product. We use aluminum flashings, mold. You can see here, like, the whole idea is for it to adhere onto the tile. I don't know what the purpose of that is. You know, why not just use a aluminum flashing? I'm still gonna test it out. The other thing that I definitely don't like is the EDPM collar right here. Anytime we see stuff like this, now I don't know, this might be the greatest and best material known, but you never know how this is going to react under the sun. After 10-15 years of being under the sun, a lot of these rubber gaskets start breaking, cracking, and are needing a replacement. So I've never understood why use a rubber gasket when you can just use metal to metal using aluminum pipe flashing. Seal that corner if you want. You can put a storm collar on there. So let me test it out with a tile roof, but right off the bat, not a big fan. So I'm gonna test it out with this baby M tile here. There's also a film, a protective film on this top half. I'm curious to see what it is. Yeah, so the top half, there's no adhesive on it. I don't know if this is just a protective film. I guess the idea is like to put this in place. Forms pretty well. Looks like we can get a tight bond on it. Okay, so like to its credit, I'll give it. It's sitting pretty nice. I'm able to form it. It's not overly sticky where I'm able to work with it. Yeah, you can see kind of like I'm able to pull it back and forth a little bit to get it in its right position, and it's definitely tight. But again, I don't see really the purpose of having it adhere. I'll show you how the aluminum flashing goes, and it's peeling off pretty easily, but I mean, I just stuck it on. I can tell definitely if this sits in the sun for a day, it's going to be extremely difficult to remove, if not impossible, which is a good thing. Now I want to show you what we usually do with an aluminum flashing and have you decide for yourself. So you can watch my other video. I've got a video specifically on how to install a pipe flashing or how to install a vent on a S-tile roof. We pretty much use these wide flashings. They're made out of aluminum and they get bent to fit the shape of the roof, the tile profile. And the reason they're so big is because we don't get a perfectly tight bond onto it. Now obviously it doesn't sit on top of the tile like this. It'll go kind of like, you know, right here, then the other tile will sit on top. So if you spray water from underneath, water will come up. But the whole point of a roof, pretty much, especially a tile roof, is that water flows downhill. So, you know, you have water coming from up here and it's rolling on, and you never have water coming up the opposite way. Like, this might be a great product. It looked like it was a European-made product. If you're dealing with snow, ice, dams, I don't know. Maybe it's worth considering. Maybe that might be it. You know, maybe it's for ice, because I know ice dams can bring water up. Let me see if I can see where this product was made. Yeah, made in Denmark. So it might be a great product for Denmark. I don't think it's a great product for the US. Sorry guys, but I would call this thumbs down product. I would not recommend it. I would not use it. A few other problems with it is, where are you gonna buy it? I Googled, they're not even on Amazon. Like, they're obviously not a roofing supplier. I'm not gonna wait for products to ship from Denmark just so I use a inferior product. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. Let me know if you've used anything similar and what your thoughts are, if you think I'm being too harsh with them, or if I'm on the right page. So I did receive two products from this company called Deks, apparently established in 1947, so it might be good in Denmark. I'm curious to see what this is. It looks like it's just a roll of something. Let's see what it's called. Fast Flash, your fast roof flashing. And it appears to be for different areas of the roof. So I think this is just like a universal 5 meters by 280 millimeters. That's 28 centimeters, I think. Anyways, I'm not sure, you know. We're in the US, sorry guys. We don't know what this exactly means, but 5 meters is about 15 feet long. And this looks to me to be about like 10, 12 inches wide. So it looks like it's meant to go to a roof to wall joint when a tile roof meets like a vertical surface to go on that. I'm gonna cut this and see how the use would be. I think there's kind of like a metal mesh in here. Yeah, it looks like there's a metal screen, which I like that, but let me pull this back a little bit. If you can see these dots right here, it looks like it's like there's a metal reinforcement, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's great. I think this is gonna be similar to the other product I just tested. So it does have actually a 3-part film backer. So if you want it, you can just peel off this side, peel this off. This is handy if like you want to adhere to your tile first, then you want to leave this side off to peel this separately and adhere to your roof. Let's see how it's going to form. Again, I think it's going to be similar to what I just did with the pipe flashing. It's forming well, it's sticking well. I like the way it works. I like the way it feels. Then I guess it's back here would stick to a wall. Then there's also a protective film on here, which will leave it looking, I guess, clean black. I don't see the purpose of this. What we would usually do in the US is install a 110 metal. You can watch my video on that. I've got it on how to install a roof to wall flashing for a tile roof. I will put a link to that as well. You can see what we usually do is just install a piece of flashing. I think that's gonna last a lot longer. Again, I think the issue is in Denmark or in European countries, we might have an issue of ice forming and water traveling up, but in the US, at least in Southern California, I don't find this product useful. It's a good tape. I mean, again, I think if this bakes under the sun for an hour or two, it's just gonna melt in there. It's gonna stick well, it forms well, but I personally wouldn't use this. I know these guys are trying to, I guess, get into the North American market. One thing I just did think of is, I think this is definitely useful in Europe. I've done some roofing work in kind of like the east, I don't know where it is exactly, but Armenia, and they have tile roofs and they deal with snow and ice, and for them, cutting into that tile is an issue. I was talking to a few roofers out there, and they didn't know exactly what kind of flashing to use. They didn't have aluminum flashing. So I'm actually gonna be sending this product to them to see if they can maybe make use of it. But again, for our markets in Southern California, I would call this 2 thumbs down. Sorry guys, it is what it is. Again, I said from the beginning, I'm gonna give my honest opinion. And if you have a product you want me to demo, send it over. But again, be ready for an honest opinion from myself. Thanks for watching.